everyone, it's started RiverBendSurvival again. Today we're going to talk about what I'm calling my Expandable Cook Kit for backpacking. Be right back. I recently did two videos that are going to kind of merge together a little bit here. Actually three. I did a video called Stuff Sack for a Thermarest for my daughter Claire's stuff sack. I did one on the contents of my backpack. And I did one on crate to grate. Those three videos are going to kind of merge together here a little bit for this video. Excuse me. I don't know if the microphone's picking up or not, but here in South Texas we've been having a drizzly rain for the last week and it's kind of got my sinuses dripping, bothering me. So, excuse me if I have to clear my throat every once in a while. The Thermarest stuff sack video is kind of linked to this because during the evolution of making that stuff sack for her sleeping pad, it gave me the idea for this stuff sack, which Amy made for me today. My wife Amy made it for me today. That's important because my whole system is set up off of the GSI Catalyst. Real quick, I've already done a video on this on the drip coffee in the woods. If you have any questions on it, you can go and see it. But inside of here is my Catalyst with the spork, the oven, the bowl, and the cup, windshield, and a scrubby pad. So, boiling water and cooking with boiled water, I've got covered. Underneath here, I have my GSI drip coffee maker. Once again, if you have any questions on that, please see that video. The drip coffee in the woods or in the bush, whatever title I put on it. So, those two items sit in the original bag that the GSI Catalyst comes in. This bag, the design of it, led to the idea of this bag. Now, this system here obviously works great if I'm going to be doing mountain house meals or just coffee or those kind of things. Anything that deals with boiled water, it's hard to beat this system. I like this enough that I will declare that, you know, this is the system that I use for those evolutions. Its shortcoming, of course, is if you have to cook something. If I'm going to cook Spam, or I'm going to cook ramen noodles, or I'm going to cook whatever the case may be, I'm not going to cook it in my Catalyst. So I needed something else. In my video about my backpacking contents, I had mentioned a stainless steel little pot, some sort of skillet deal. I don't know what it was. It was something really cheap. I think I got it at a flea market or something. After some testing, that was a massive failure. Doesn't have a handle, and there was all kinds of ways to get around that, but it just wasn't. I wasn't happy with that. So on crate to grate, where I made the chuck box, the cook box, I mentioned in there that I like the Coughlin's brand of pots, and that I had bought a new set to start off with in there. What I did since then, since I did the video on my backpack, is I dug out the old set of Coughlin's to start experimenting. What I've come up with now is what I'm calling my Expandable Cook Set. The Expandable Cook Set is based on this. From here, it grows out as big as I need it. And with this stuff sack, it's completely interchangeable, expandable as I need it to be. So, if I'm just going to be boiling water making coffee, I just throw this in my backpack and I go. If I know or think I'm going to be cooking, I take the skillet with me. Has the nice handles on it. It's a good size skillet. And it works well with the little alcohol stove. It does not work good with a big 2-burner camp stove. It gets way too hot. Even on the lowest setting, everything burns in here. But on the little alcohol stove that I use, works great. So, when Amy made this bag for me, she made it so that this pan fits right in the bottom. I can take this pan and this cook set, put them in there, cinch it up, and off I go. Fits perfectly. Fits together like a glove. If it's going to be a longer trip, or it's going to be more than me and just one other person, like say it's going to be more than me and Claire, I can take the Coughlin's pot with me, and it's a very good sized pot. I can either take it by itself or with the skillet or with the Kettlist. Either way, the Kettlist fits right inside the pot. So I can take them and put them in here, cinch it up, and go. Now I have a pan, a pot, and my Kettlist. Some of you are thinking, oh, what good is a pot without a lid? The Coughlin's comes with a lid. I can put the lid, it actually doesn't work so well on top. I can take this out, set the lid down in the skillet, put this on top, cinch it up. Now I have a skillet, a pot, a lid for the pot, and the Kettlist. No matter what I want to cook or how I want to cook, it's all in here. Now, I'm going to get my scale out here because remember when I told you that I was doing backpacking, I am not ultralight. So please don't call in like it's a radio show. Please don't start sending messages about, oh my goodness, that's so heavy. I already have this stuff. I'm not going to replace it unless it breaks or burns up or something. So, with my scale here, it's not a scientific scale, it's a kitchen scale, but it's close enough. With my base Kettlist set, I'm sitting at 1 1/4 pounds. Almost, well, a little over 1 1/4, between 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 pounds with just my base set. When I add the skillet to it, I'm at 1 3/4 pounds. If I add the pot to it, just a little over 1 3/4 pounds. If I add the skillet, the pot, and the lid to it, and the stuff sack, I'm at 2 1/4 pounds. 2 1/4 pounds for me is nothing. I'm not going to worry about 2 1/4 pounds in a backpack. 2 1/4 pounds that allows me to have a skillet, to have a pot with a lid, and to have my Kettlist. Folks, I'm not going to be able to beat that. There is a lid that fits on this skillet, and I've thought about using the lid and using this as a pot too instead of taking this. I just don't know how much stuff I'm going to cook in a shallow skillet. That option's still available because then what I'll do is I'll put this in the bottom of the stuff sack just like this, and I can still stack all these on top of it. I just realistically can't think of anything that I cook when I'm out camping that this is going to work the best for. So, I hope y'all like this set. If you have any comments on it, let me know. I've already been testing it. It's working great. And it's what I'll be using for a while. So, until next time, get out in the dirt and have some fun. Thanks.